Hey you guys, and welcome to day 15, which is the beginning of week 3 of ab camp. Very nice job. You are almost done. If you are just joining me today for the first time, then I encourage you to please go back to the beginning, day 1, start there and work your way gradually up to today. The videos really build upon one another, and this series, this ab camp, is going to really be the most beneficial for you if you start at the beginning and work your way up. Today in ab camp, we are going to go boating. So this is kind of a short and sweet routine that's really going to get deep in the hip flexors and deep abdominals and the pelvic floor as well. I want you to think the entire class today about being lifted and tall from the pelvic floor on up through the crown of your head. So all you're going to need is a yoga mat. We're going to be down on the ground the entire time. So let's begin facing to the side. And we're actually going to begin with boat pose, variations on boat pose. You may know and love or hate this pose if you have ever done Pilates or yoga and they've included the boat pose in the class. Now we're going to slowly work our way up into this position, and that position may not actually happen for all of us. So just be where you are right now and be happy with where you are right now, because you are doing awesome just by being here. All right, let's get started. So what I want you to do is begin just by loosening up your spine, exhaling, and then inhaling, sitting up tall, and then exhaling, rounding your spine, stretch, and inhale. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your spine, stretch out your back, and then inhale. One more time, round your back, exhale, and inhale. Okay, cross your legs and just twist. Twisting side to side, exhaling, short, sharp exhales every time you twist. Short, sharp exhales. Think about pulling your belly button to your spine. You can face straight ahead. I don't want anyone getting dizzy. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and come back onto that bent knee position on your hands. So I want you to think about engaging your core from your pelvic floor on up through your abdominals. So you're going to bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing forward, elbows bent and pointed back toward the back of the room. And you may find that you're kind of slouched and slumped. So if that's the case for you, lift your heart. You can be in fists if that's better for you, but lift your heart, straighten your spine, sit on your sit bones, your sitting bones, and then lift your pelvic floor. Gently pull your pelvic floor inward and upward, like you're pulling a marble into your body, if you know what I mean. And then pull your deep abs inward and upward. So already, just by doing this, you should feel a lot. Okay, now we're gonna prepare for boat pose just by doing one leg at a time, picking one leg at a time up. So keep this nice and strong position, and you are going to exhale and lift the leg off the ground, maybe just a couple of inches, or maybe you can bring it up to a more straight position. Now you might be able to see that I'm starting to shake even right here. This is typical, this is normal, this is okay. You might also see that my back wanted to go like this when I brought my leg up. Don't let it. Keep your back long, your spine long, your chest and heart lifted as you bring that leg up. You're feeling a lot of work in the hip flexor right here. Go ahead and bring it down. Let those legs drop apart. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Maybe you need to release your wrists, that's okay. So we're slowly working up into our boat. All right, come on back. Lift through the pelvic floor, lift through the chest and heart, elbows pointing back. And you are going to really be strong through the core as you exhale and lift that right leg up off the ground. Maybe you're just here, maybe you're here. Stay wherever you are as long as you can keep that chest lifted and your spine long. Don't let this happen. So lifted. Abdominals pulled in, breathing steadily. One more breath in and out. Okay, let it go. Flop those legs apart. All right, let's do a boat where we're holding on under our thighs. So you are going to lift through the chest and heart. You are going to roll back just a little bit so your feet are off the ground and holding on behind your thighs. And now keep your chest lifted. Really engage through your hip flexors and your deep abs. Pull in like you're pulling your knees up toward your chest as if you didn't have your hands behind you. Use those muscles to make it happen. And then straighten the legs just a little so your shins are parallel to the ground. Hold it here. Abdominals pulled in, chest is lifted. And 3 more breaths, in and out. Into your chest and exhale. Into your chest and exhale. Keep the knees together, don't let them come out. Into your chest, breathe in and exhale. Belly button to spine. And down with your legs. Go ahead and hinge forward from your hips if that feels good to you. And let's do a reverse plank or reverse table to stretch that out. So here's a reverse table. You exhale and lift your bottom off the ground. Or if you want a little more, you can do a reverse plank where you're nice and spread out long and you lift on an exhale off the ground. Hold it. Point your toes and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Bottom is strong and engaged. One more breath. Okay, come on down from your reverse tabletop or that reverse plank. Maybe wiggle out your ankles if that gave you a foot cramp like it did for me. And we're going to do another round of boat pose, and you can choose either to stay at that level that we just did with the hands behind the thighs and the knees bent, or if you want to go a little bit more. I'm going to show you a little bit more. So, lifted through the core, pelvic floor is lifted, low belly is pulled inward, and you are going to rock back again. Stay tall on your sit bones, you're on your sitting bones, and now straighten the legs. And if you want a little bit more, bring the hands down by your hips. So your elbows are straightening, your hands are down by your hips, and your legs are working towards straight. So maybe they're bent still, that's okay. Or maybe they're straight. No matter where they are, don't let your spine hunch, because it makes your belly pooch up and it puts downward pressure on your pelvic floor. So stay lifted through your pelvic floor and your core. Your spine is long. You're really working in your hip flexors and your abdominals. Your hands are pressing down into the mat beside your hips. And 4, 3, 2, one more. And down. Oh my gosh. Lean it forward. Hinging forward from your hips. Deep breath. And tabletop like this, or you can do a reverse plank like this. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, bottom is strong, and 1. Okay, down. Our last round of boat pose. So do any level you want to do. Either this, Or we're gonna try a full plank. Even if it's just for 2 seconds, see if you can try it if you think that that's a safe thing for you to do. If your back is hurting right now, it's not safe, okay? There's a hint. So listen to your body. If anything is painful, then do not try this next step. But if you feel like you want to give it a go, then let's go beyond those first 2 levels. Lift your core, your spine nice and long, and come on back, level 1, or level 2, or level 3. Tall and lifted through the spine, belly button pulled inward, pelvic floor lifts upward, hip flexors are really strong and engaged, holding it. 3, 2, and 1. Now, I want you to notice, go ahead and relax like me here. I want you to notice how much I was shaking. I hope you saw that. Yes, it's a little embarrassing, but I am gonna show you. I want to swallow my pride and show you that that's a hard move. And I feel like I'm pretty strong through the core, but yet I shake like crazy when I do that move. So if you are shaking too, go ahead and join me in your tabletop or your reverse plank. If you are shaking too, that's all right. We're in it together. And just think, we're gaining so much strength through the hip flexors, the deep abdominals, the pelvic floor. Hold it here, 1 more breath. Bottom is strong and lifted and down. Okay, we are done in a regular boat. Let's go ahead and rock the boat just to roll it out. So you come down and then up into a boat, and then down and up into a boat, down and up into a boat. 1 more. And we're now gonna canoe and kayak. So let's start with canoeing. Same position we were in before, with your feet maybe a few inches out, so it's less of a sharp angle at your knee. So come on out, really tall and lifted through your spine, and then you're gonna make sure your pelvic floor is engaged, strongly lifted and pulled in. Lean back just a little bit. We're gonna grab our oar, okay, and really pull belly button to spine. Don't let your spine slump. Lifted, and we're gonna row, or paddle. Now try not to let your knees flop apart. Keep them in and together. So 10 times, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, abs in, 2, 1, other side, 10, 9, abs in, 7, 6, 5, 4, knees together, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take a little break. Deep belly breath, round your spine. And then look straight ahead. And again, lean back 10 times on each side, same exact thing. Lean back, lifted through the spine, lifted through the crown of the head, but leaning back. Belly button pulls into the spine, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And other side, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come on forward. And all the way forward. And just 1 more round of the tabletop or the reverse plank. So again, you can be in fists for either one. Lift your bottom off the ground on your exhale, or reverse plank. Point your toes and lift those hips up. Couple more deep breaths. Lift the hips up. Last deep breath. Come on down. And our final boating move is we are going to kayak. So You're gonna lift your pelvic floor, pull belly button to spine. This should really be in your cells by now. You should know that phrase at a cellular level, to lift your pelvic floor and pull your belly button to your spine. Keep your knees close together, don't let them flop out, so you're really compacted and engaged through the lower core. And you're going to have your hands like so, and we are going to kayak. So really dip the oar down into one side and then the other side. So you're gonna lean back as much as you can. If you have a diastasis recti, which is not allowing you to lean back so far, if you feel like it's making your belly bulge, or if it's making your split seem to get wider, stop. Sit up nice and tall. You can even do it with your knees apart and just go through the motion of kayaking, just to get that motion through your spine and through your abdominals. So know your body, listen to your body. If you can handle it though, lift it through the pelvic floor and core, leaning way back, spine is straight, not rounded, and abs pulled in and kayaking. Really digging the oar down into one side and then the other. Exhaling as you kayak with your hands, really digging the hands down and then down. Abdominals pulled in. 4, 3, 2, knees together, 1, and done. Okay, that's a really tough one. You might be feeling a little something in your back right now. Hopefully it's not pain. If there's ever any pain, stop. If it's work tension, a little bit of soreness, then that's to be expected with what we were just doing. And I want you to come onto your belly and we'll do a little motion and strengthener to kind of reverse all of that. So just bring your hands at your sides and you're just gonna lift everything up and down, up and down, strengthening the back and stretching out the front, and down. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. And down. Shake it out. And just rock your bum side to side. Roll and rock it out. Take a deep belly breath into your low back. And hopefully you enjoyed that feeling of really working those hip flexors today. And of course your abdominal muscles as well. But those hip flexors really got a good workout today. So come back into child's pose, belly button to spine as you sit back. Deep breath, and then round it up one vertebrae at a time. And you are done. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that boating experience. And tomorrow I will see you again for day 16. We are really getting down to the end. And as always, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter.